doing every week LinkedIn, LinkedIn, and on YouTube. We just started adding YouTube, so we're excited to share all the different neighborhoods so that you can kind of get familiar with all the areas around in and around Colorado Springs. So today we are going to be talking about Monument, Colorado, and Monument has been getting really, really popular. It's just about 20 minutes north of Colorado Springs, so we'll get into that. And of course, Randy, the lender, is here with us. I'm a real estate agent in the area, and then Randy does the loans, and she does a great job. Um, uh, and especially with VA, I mean, I was blown away how you were able to get a whole point off for my clients.
Yeah, VA is my favorite product to actually do. We have no lender overlays or anything, no VA like extra lender fees with those, and our rates are really competitive, and we can do them quick. So
Yeah.
they're a good product.
My client actually said, "Why?" She was like, "This is too good to be true," and I was like, "Yeah, welcome to my life. I make things happen for my clients." But yeah, because we did compare because it was a high rate environment. But anyway, so we're gonna be talking about Monument. If you need help moving to the area, reach out to one of us. We'll have our information linked somewhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. And do you want to share while I'm doing that a little bit about Monument, just a brief overview?
Yeah, so like Iris had mentioned, it's about 20 minutes north of Colorado Springs, and it is growing, I mean, really quickly. There's a lot more to do up there, but it has a small town feel, I think. Like on the west side of the highway, you have like the little cute little monument downtown with the little shops and the little restaurants. A lot of them are locally owned, which is really awesome. And there's a lake up there, Monument Lake, which is really close. It's the closest one to Colorado Springs, that I like to go to, and I like to like paddleboard and fish and kayak. So it's a really neat little area.
Um, I really like Monument too, just because it's in the mountains. So you've got like the trees over here. Mount Herman is over here for all your hiking and biking trails and things like that. And then, like you said, the lake is there. So, do you know a whole lot about like the whole Tri Lakes area? Like this is kind of known as well, it is known as the Tri Lakes area.
Well, as far as I know, so there's Monument Lake and then there's Palmer Lake. And then I think there was a smaller one like in Woodmore area, but it's like dried up.
Oh, it's
That I
dried
don't
up now?
Yeah, from what I remember, I don't think that Palmer Lake definitely you can still, I mean, you could paddleboard. That one's really fun too. It's maybe like 10 more minutes north of Monument, but they have really cute little restaurants and the lake there. It's really fun in the summertime. But I think Woodmore Lake, last time when I drove over there, there wasn't much water in it. So I don't know
Wow.
what was going on with that one.
Yeah. So, I read that it was a holding sanitation type of thing. So you can't really swim in there. And then what's interesting, and I have a video about this that it will be posting this weekend. But then you have like Forest Lakes, and this is huge, but it's not considered part of like the whole Tri Lakes area. It's really just Woodmore.
Yeah, because the Forest Lakes, I think, was made specifically for that subdivision, and so you can't even go in there or go on the lake unless you live there.
Yeah,
You actually have to show that you are an owner, because otherwise they'll kick you out.
yeah, yeah. But it's like one of the bigger ones, and I just thought that was
Yeah.
if you look at it compared to Monument Lake, it's a pretty decent size.
Yeah, and it's really
Um,
pretty up there.
yeah. So you do have like all the different things around the area, right? Like you have a Kohl's. Everyone loves. Do you shop at Kohl's?
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So, like, on the west side of the highway, it's all I feel like it's mostly the little locally owned shops and restaurants. And then on the east side of the highway, you have more of the bigger stores like Kohl's, Home Depot, Walmart. think there's a Texas Roadhouse, Chili's. So it's more of the like the
Commercialized
commercialized, yeah, area.
franchises.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then the west side of it is like the small town still.
Yeah, because they're putting all these brand new homes on the east side of I-25. I mean, they
Mhm.
are on the west side too, but you can tell that it's weird how you just hop over from like small town and then it's like this side they're trying to make into like this, you know, busy city life.
Yeah, I think
It's
like the Jackson Creek area. It's I mean, it's gotten really big with a lot of new homes over there.
yeah, so that I mean some of the key features are just like the lakes. Those are fun, fun things to do. It's real Colorado living um with the mountains back here. And then one of the things that, and we'll get more into this on the things to do, but I want to talk about the glamping thing. Have you done that yet?
No.
It
No,
looks
when
really
you mentioned
fun.
that, I was like, "What is it?"
Okay, well, yeah, we'll look at that um, here in a sec. But yeah, so you've got the country club. There's just all kinds of stuff to do over here. And then I-25 is, like you said, what kind of breaks that up a little. Then you have all these new construction homes over here in the area. Um, And then the school district. Do you wanna talk about the school district?
So it's school district 38. And I do know that it's very a lot of people like to transfer their kids into that school district. They get really good scores. The parents and the kids seem to really enjoy all the schools. I know like the big one, Lewis Palmer, the high school. It's right off the interstate, and they have a lot of sports, and the academics there, from what I hear, are really great. So it's pretty comparable, I think, to like District 20, which is the bigger one in Colorado Springs. But it is growing a lot now that Monument has been getting bigger and up north has been expanding.
Yeah. So, so next I wanted to talk about, kind of the housing. So, like, the housing in the area, the median home price is about, they said 800K, but as I was looking at the houses, I think that's, like, where they start, the home prices.
800.
Yeah, and they go well into the millions. And if you visit my website, livingthesprings.homes/monument, then you can get like all these little uh more information. Um, it's saying average sold price of 762, but I know that's higher because I actually just did a market analysis. Um, so
Well,
that
and then you also got to think, I mean, they have the newer subdivision, which is the Jackson Creek, which I think are a little bit smaller than if you go just a little bit further up into like the Fox Run area in Glen Eagle. It's all in the trees. You have a little bit of land. The houses are really big. So you can get a
yeah,
lot up there.
yeah, you do get larger lots, and depending on what side, like you've got classic homes on the other side of on the west side of I-25, and those are going million easy. And then a little bit more affordable on the other side, kind of on the other side of the mountains. Probably looking at, I think last I was down there around 800K plus. Um, Depends. So, but I mean, you can check out the website, my website, and then view more listings. But this is
Does
kind
that
of
one have
like,
a pool?
yeah, this $2 million home. I feel
Cool.
like you get a lot of house
Yeah,
when
you
it
do.
comes to luxury here.
Yeah, there's a lot of house, and then like I said, you get space, and then I feel like it's a little more privacy because the trees. Dang, that pool, that's crazy. Colorado's cold.
Yeah, most people don't have pools because it's
No.
cold and then you have to clean it out. Um, some people cover them up, but a lot of people you just kind of want to drain it and
Yeah. That looks
start
like a
over.
really pretty lot.
Yeah. So that's 2 million. Um, but yeah, like if you look at this map, you can kind of see, I don't know if you can, let me try and zoom in. But 839, 1,000,000, 840, 950. This is crazy though, because 5 years ago, 7 years ago, it was nowhere near that.
No, it was a lot cheaper than the Springs was because I mean, a lot of people didn't want to go that far north, but as the cities expanded, I think people realized that you can get really nice views, the area is nice, and you can get more for your money, get more land at least.
Mhm. And you get, like I said, way more house. We're known for, like, having larger lots. Price per square foot is pretty good here when it comes to, like, our luxury spaces. Um, so yeah, I mean, you can see that a lot of these homes I'm sure I could, filter it down. It gets cheaper as you go under construction, under 1,000,000. So that'll be there for you. So just going back to housing, we talked about that, the average home price in the area, you can kinda get 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, pretty big houses, right? 4,600 square feet, um, 3,000 square feet, 46, 38. Um, do you have anything to add to that?
As far as the house, no, I was just looking at the list and I'm like, man, there's actually quite a bit
Yeah,
going
there's
on up
a
there.
yeah, and everything says monuments, but then when you look in, it's like Forest Lakes subdivision, Forest
Yeah.
Lakes, Jackson Creek. So cool. I'll just head back over to the map. Um, and then we'll talk about the job market. A lot of people that I've met and come in contact with are doing um, contracting jobs for either the Air Force or Schriever. We've got a lot of tech jobs here, a lot of jobs that people are working from home. So they're commuting. It's not something where like there's like this big tech company in Monument that I'm aware of. People are
Yeah,
usually
I don't think so. I feel like for the most part, people are either working from home or commuting downtown or even commuting. I know some people, I actually personally know some people that work in Denver
mhm,
and commute down to Monument because it's maybe like 40 minutes or so.
yeah. Yeah, so you can get like a quieter, Colorado, like a real true Colorado living type of situation, but then still have access to obviously this is I-25. You can hop on I-25, hit Springs downtown pretty quickly if you need to. And then the cost of living, it's really pretty similar to the Springs. It's not super expensive, slightly above the national average. Nothing too crazy. Went and had lunch at the cafe down there. Probably spent about what I would spend on average in the Springs for 40 people, maybe
Whoa.
$40.
I was like, where are you going?
$40 maybe for two people to have, and the portions are huge. So really, you probably could share something and then not have to spend as much or eat as much.
Yeah, there's this little Mexican restaurant that's right by the Monument Lake. So every time I go paddleboarding, I always go there and eat lunch and have a margarita maybe. And I don't feel like it's any more expensive, or actually it might be a little bit cheaper than some of the restaurants in the Springs. So, and that one's it's been there a long time. I think it's family owned locally there. It's cute.
Yeah, and I still have not been there. Everyone tells me it's like one of the best Mexican restaurants,
Oh,
so
it's
I'll
so
have to check it
good.
out. Yeah.
The patio is really nice. It's a really good. It's La Casa Fiesta. I think is
Okay.
what. Yeah.
We'll have to check it out. Um, all right, so gas and everything like that is obviously going to be less expensive than your larger cities, more expensive than some of your smaller. So we're kind of like in the middle. Like I said, slightly above the national average, nothing crazy. When I go to like bigger cities, I'm kind of like, oh my God, gas is like expensive. But I don't, it'll fluctuate. It'll go up. Like right now, I think we're around 320 um for gas a gallon. Um And then let's talk about the weather a little bit because the weather is a lot different coming from the north side.
Yeah, so there's actually a spot called Monument Hill, which is very known to be super dangerous in the wintertime. So anytime there's bad weather or anything coming in, I mean, you just kind of want to stay away from that because people slide off and get in accidents all the time when they try to go through that in the snow.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I just don't even bother. It's just
Yeah.
not worth. When I was younger, I used to like cruise through and it would be like sheet of ice and my car could handle it, but uh it's just
No,
not worth it. Just stay home.
I don't think
Stay
it's
off
worth
the
it either.
roads.
I just was like, I'd rather not if I don't absolutely have to, which I don't think I ever absolutely have to go up that way in the winter. But yeah, it does get a little bit colder. The winters I think are a tiny bit more harsh up there. Not too much though. I just think that that one area, for whatever reason, just in the when it's bad weather and the wind, it just all collects in that one area.
Yeah, and it usually melts pretty quickly. We
Mhm.
don't get snow like every day. A lot of people ask me like they're like, "Do we need snow tires?" And I'm like, "Not really." I've never had snow tires. I just have the all season tires and never had any issues, but I do notice that not almost everybody, but a lot of people drive around in SUVs in the springs and around the area. Um, so
Yeah,
that's worth noting.
I have a 4Runner, and I actually like driving in the snow in that, not like the ice and wind, but it's fun.
It's a
When
good
it's fresh snow and it's not windy and icy, it's actually I like driving it, and I don't have snow tires, but I do have the all season tires, and I mean, I do just fine. I don't actually think I know anyone that has snow tires.
Yeah,
They
I
change
don't
it out.
either.
It's
That's
not
more like if you're in, like,
it doesn't get
Divide,
that bad. Yeah.
Colorado, which is deep, like, way in the mountains past Woodland Park, up in the trees type
Yeah.
of living. No internet. Alright, so, community, there's a lot of fun things to do, right? Farmers markets, little things like that. What are your favorite things to do?
Well, yeah, like you said, the farmers market they have in the downtown area during the summer, which is really nice. And then they actually just had a wine festival up there, which was pretty cool. It's the Palmer Lake Wine Festival. They have really fun like community parades in the summer around like 4th of July, fireworks. They have, I mean, I think they still keep, like I said, the small town like sense of community feel there. It you still get that in the downtown area.
Yeah,
And like I
s
said, I just really like the outdoors, like the lake and the hiking and this all that up in Monument.
yeah, I like that too, but you can see, like, you were saying earlier with kind of more city like, it's turning in kind of, like, into a city. You've got
Yeah,
all
it
these
is.
shops
Just
now.
on the east side though.
Yeah, and then
It's a it
then you
is
go on the
interesting.
other side of I-25. I don't know if I can get there quick enough. Do you know what's the name of that, um, cafe over there? I can just plug it in.
Go to the that La Casa Fiesta, do that. That's like right in the downtown.
That way I don't make people dizzy trying to
Boom, there you go.
Yeah, like this cute little
Yeah, that's a little brewery, I think. And then if you go up the street, then there's that little Mexican restaurant, and then the lake is to the west of that, and then they have a cute wedding venue also up there. Yeah, it's kinda nice just to walk around, and then they have, the big flowers, like the hanging pot flowers in the summertime. It's a really cute area.
Yeah, I like it. It's like small town and then across the streets.
It's commercial
So
and city.
bizarre. Yeah.
It's
And
funny.
honestly, people are wanting to be closer to the mountains, and so I feel like they're getting a little more pricey as you get closer to the mountains there.
Well, and I don't know, probably is gonna change one day, but there's actually been times where I've driven to Monument to go to, like, that Kohl's or to that Texas Roadhouse because it's not as busy. So,
Yeah.
I'd rather spend 15 more minutes driving up there and not have to like, worry about the ones in town, yeah, because you don't have to wait. So,
Yeah, and you can kinda just shop in privacy, like,
yeah.
there's not people everywhere.
No, there's not. Not yet, at least.
Not yet. Alright, so that's pretty much it for community. So we kinda went over the location, key features, things to do. and then the schools, the job market, and then we'll just talk about. So I actually discovered this page from um, a good friend of mine. She knows the owners, and it looks. I'm gonna have to try this because it's glamping.
Okay,
There's like a
I
little
wanna do
campsite.
this.
You do want to do this?
Yeah. I didn't even know it was there.
Yeah, follow them on Instagram. They is
Okay.
this the right page? I feel like they should have more followers because this is such a cool little spot. But you're camping, but it's like,
How cute.
yeah, out in nature. I don't know if this is theirs, but my photographer does some of their content. So that's cute. I think they're selling this. I think it might
Nice.
be too big for what they're trying to do, but it's really cute, like these little
Yeah, that would be super cute. They have that all set up for you and then take the kids
mhm,
there and just spend a
play
day
in
or
the
2.
water.
That'd be cute. I didn't even know. How did I not know?
Yeah, I know someone else said that too. They're like
I do all sorts of adventurous things. What is I'm like, this is never I'm so shocked right now.
yeah, so yeah, when you come, like get some tickets to go see, I don't know. It might be cold, but grab a ticket for the Sunset Amphitheater, the Ford Amphitheater, and then you can stay the night here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
So
try that next summer.
yeah, when it warms up. Cool. Well, I didn't see any comments in the chat. So we will go ahead and close out. If you guys have any questions, please join our Colorado Springs group. We just launched that. And so eventually we're going to do a giveaway. If you start inviting people, then we can do some fun giveaways and some fun things in there on LinkedIn. Anything you want to add before we close out? We're here every Tuesday.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say if there's anything that anyone has questions on or an area or anything that they'd like us to cover, just shoot us over a message and we'll make sure to add that in.
Cool. Thank you. Have a
Cool.
great day.
All right, thanks. See ya.
Bye bye.
Bye.